So the video poker program as it currently stands is pretty useful for learning which draws to select. But there's one little problem with these statistics, which is they're calculated based on all possible draws. And if, for example, let's say I decide to keep that pair of twos right there. If I throw this ace, I can never get it back. And if I throw this jack, I can never get that back and never get this six back. And so that actually affects the odds a little bit. So the discards are actually going to affect the total expected return, which is a little different from just keeping a pair of twos out of any random hand and drawing 3 cards to it. So this number is based on the possibility of getting the ace back or the jack back or the six back. But I want to calculate the adjusted odds, which are going to take into account these specific discards. And what I've done is I've put the code for doing that on the optional Lesson 8 lecture videos page, because this code is actually fairly complicated and it was hard to figure out, and it would be even harder for me to explain. But basically what it's doing is it's deducting all of the possible hands that you can't get because of the cards that you've discarded based on the choices coming out of the database. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this code. Actually, let me scroll down and copy this code. And I'm going to go to my poker project. And in poker code, so right here is where I output choices. I'm just going to paste in that code that I copied. And I'm going to call it right here. I'm going to call adjust expected returns, and I'm going to pass in choices. And that should be all I need to do, $ choices. So let's go ahead and pull the poker back up. And if you notice, I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to paste it into a notebook, a Notepad++, just for reference. And then I'm going to hit reload. Oh, and I need to fix one typo in my poker code. So under poker constants, up here, choice keep bit fields, there should be choice keep bits field. So let's go ahead and try it again, reload, and now let's compare the odds before and after that change. So it's slightly more likely that you'll improve a pair of twos if you toss 3 cards that are not a pair of twos. So not a big deal, but if you're learning to play optimally for video poker, little bits like this can sometimes change which is the best possible hand in rare cases.